All right, welcome back. Today we've got a wee knife. This is the OAO, the one and only. Interesting name. We're going to talk about that, and we're going to give you the details and specs on this. This is an integral knife, or an integral. So it is milled out of one solid chunk of titanium, which that in and of itself is super cool. We're going to talk about the things I like and the things I don't like. This is loaned in from Anthony. He bought this brand new, sent it to me, and I will send it back on to him. This is his first integral in his collection, and I don't have any in mine, which I kind of mentioned on the unboxing. But yeah, this one has the Timascus inlay, raindrop pattern Timascus. Timascus, Mokutai, same thing. Timascus is the trademark from this particular manufacturer, not We Knife, but whoever made this Timascus. Mokutai is essentially the same thing. It's different grades of titanium, much like a Damascus. Different grades of steel forge welded into a pattern. This is different grades of titanium welded together and folded just like Damascus to come up with the cool colors and patterns. When you heat the titanium, certain grades turn yellow, certain grades turn blue, depending on the temperature and things like that. That's how you get this beautiful patterns and colors. All right, so this was designed by Tashi Baruka, I believe is how you pronounce it. If not, apologize. DLC coated blade, DLC coated titanium frame with the Timascus inserts. This is about in the $700 range, $650, $675 for this particular version. There is a version that's around $500 that comes with just carbon fiber inlays. And then they've got a couple different ones with different color carbon fibers and things like that. So you're in that $500 to $700 range. One and only. Well, obviously it's not a one-off, and that's why it's a one and only, much like this is a one-off Hellraiser. So this would be the one and only version like this. But they're saying it's the one and only knife that you need in your collection, that you're going to want in your collection. I don't know. One of the things I don't like is the big, huge logo. I get it. We got to put the maker or the designer on the knife. Could we have done a smaller one up here on the flat? Yeah, I think so. I think it just takes away a lot from this side of the knife. It's too much for me. You may love it. I do like the fact that they give you a left-handed pocket clip and a left-handed plate to fill this in. So because obviously it is a left and right-handed style, so you have to have a different pocket clip and a different plate. So I love the fact that they include that. Super cool. It is a nested, it's not even a nested, it is just a liner lock, which again is just crazy to me. This is milled out of that same one piece of titanium. They've milled out for a lock bar insert. Everything about this, the milling is crazy. That's why your price is what it is. Yes, it's made overseas, but that's a lot of milling of titanium. And titanium is really hard on the bits and the tools to mill it out because titanium is a very hard steel. Hard material. It's not steel, it's titanium. But you know what I mean. One of the things I really do like about this is your sharpening choil is kind of a squared off oblong, much like this cutout here for your fingers and the lock bar access. I think that's just a very cool styling cue to have those match. I love the fact that there's only one mark on the blade. Well, two. They've got the blade steel there. CPM 20 CV. I like that. You can barely tell it's there. I wish that that was smaller as well. Thing is crazy sharp right out of the box, runs on ceramic bearings. And we'll talk about all the specs here in just a minute. All right, it's 4.5 inches closed, 7 3/4 overall with a 3.6 inch blade. CPM 20 CV, as I mentioned, 4.7 ounces. Ceramic bearings. Yeah, it's a cool knife. Is it the one and only that you would have in your collection? I don't know. What it did spark, though, the name was out of my own collection, not Grail knives, not, what I want to have at some point, but out of the knives that I do own right now, what would be my one and only? If I had to choose a knife, what would it be? I don't know yet. Stay tuned. I will be doing another video on that topic, a quick little discussion, if you will, to talk about what knife is my one and only in my current collection. This is the Spyderco Delica. This may be the one and only that you need. That's all you need. I mean, we don't need what we have. Like this Lothar $30 Amazon knife could be the one and only knife that you need. It is a knife. It is sharp. It cuts. It functions. Do we need anything more than this? No. But we're crazy collectors. And so we want to have cool stuff, right? You could go with the Kubi all blacked out, $35 Amazon knife also. We don't need fancy, but we want fancy. We want cool stuff. But is a crazy fancy custom what you're going to have as your one and only knife? I don't know. Think about that. Think about that now so that you can come back to my other video in a couple of days and talk about what your one and only might be out of the collection that you own today. That's really what I'm going to go base mine off of. So, Anthony, thanks very much for sending this in. I think We Knife does a great job in general. And again, the fit and finish on this thing is great. It's a cool knife. I like the fact that the lanyard tube, the lanyard hole is cut out very similar to the pocket for the pocket clip, the divot for the pocket clip. You know what I mean? So all in all, very cool knife. Would it be my one and only? No, this would not be my one and only. Stay tuned. A few days, I'll figure out what mine would be, and I'll get back to you. Thanks, guys.